You wake up, assuming that what you're about to see, hear, and touch is real. You go to school, working so hard, but for what? You spend your life in fleeting pleasures, hoping to find some sort of lasting fulfillment. As you lie in bed, you feel a gaping hole in your heart. Days fly by, and life continues to roll along, just as how you've always known it to be. You place all your hope in things that will ultimately disappoint, feeling desperate because everything has let you down. You helplessly go from one stage of life to the next, carried along by an inescapable current. You endlessly toil and labor, liking it at first, but eventually feeling like you're stuck in a monotonous but vicious cycle. You long for true love, never having experienced it and not knowing what it is. You hope to be with your loved ones forever, trying to ignore the fact that it is impossible. All of a sudden, time appears to be slipping through your fingers, and you realize that life is but a vapor. Finally, you tremble as you approach death, wondering what happens to you after you die. The truth is, this world is a lie. You may think you know what it's about, but you have no idea. Everything you perceive and know in this life is not what it appears to be. You are so inured, so hopelessly dependent on your perception of what the world is like. In fact, you choose to be blind. But what if you're able to catch glimpses of reality? Wouldn't you want more? Have you ever had a dream that you were so sure was real? What if you're unable to wake from that dream? How would you know if you were awake or not? What if you could see what was actually going on? What if you can know what your hearts and hands were for? What if life is more than just fun and games? When the fun stops, what then? Every night, when you look back at all you've done, don't you still feel empty? What if there's a way to fill that void for eternity? Don't you know that the solution cannot be found in this world? What if you could put your hope in something that wouldn't disappoint you, something that lasts forever? What if a year past didn't have to mean a year closer to non-existence? Would you believe me if I told you that you can get closer to life as you approach death? What if life truly began after death? What if all your deeds amounts to nothing in the end? Don't you fear that you will eventually grow weary of your pursuits? What if there was a perspective that allowed you to find joy and meaning in everything that you do. What if you didn't need to fill the hole in your heart with another person? But at the same time, what if you could find true love in this world? Can you imagine what it would feel like to know that someone will love you no matter what? What if this world isn't the absolute end? What if there's life after death? Would you believe me if I told you that it could get much better? Can you hear the cries of the dead calling out to you from below, trying to save you from their fate? Would you believe me if I told you that there was a way to see the world as it truly is before it's too late? Friends, don't you know that in living for yourself, you're digging your own grave? Can't you see that you must be safe from yourself? You may reach the end and realize that you were very, very wrong. Fortunately, there is more to life than what you see now. Don't you want to see? Don't you want to be awake? Don't you want to live?